Good morning, and welcome to the 161st Annual Commencement Ceremony of Dunkirk High School. As a friendly reminder, can I ask you to please turn off your ringtones on your cell phones out of respect for the graduates. Now please rise and remain standing while Dunkirk's own JROTC present the colors, to be followed by Senior Class President Ethan Yanni leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and the seniors from select choruses singing of our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. One, two. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now may I ask you to please take a seat and get comfortable. I apologize. Please stand.
Order.
Now that we've practiced that, will you please sit and get comfortable? It's only the third year I've done this. I'll try to get it right next year. Okay. I'd like to welcome this morning some of the people on stage here to honor the class of 2019. The members of the Board of Education, the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. James Tracy, Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Teresa Gray, High School Principal, Mr. Jens. We also have many of your principals from grade school, teachers from kindergarten to high school, community members, and of course, your family and friends. A big round of applause for the class of 2019 advisors, Ms. Charmaine Moreland and Ms. Kelly Mancuso. They planned a beautiful prom, organized your senior trip, led fundraisers, and spent countless hours during homecoming weeks and made sure all of your senior activities went flawlessly. A big thank you to Ms. Janine Van Way for organizing this event and providing the music. And lastly, and most importantly, congratulations to you, the class of 2019. Embrace this moment. Today is a celebration of your many accomplishments. Your class motto has become out like a light. But before we turn off the switch and allow you to move on with the next chapter, may we put a spotlight on just some of your memories and successes of your class. And although we might not highlight the success of each and every one of you here today, please know that you all have left a mark on an absolutely amazing class. First, may we take a moment and give Lucas Porpelia his due credit for reaching the blue off-limits line at Peak and Peak on the tubing trip. As a class, you have made some great memories. You will never forget the stock market challenge trip, the FBLA trip to Sky High Adventures, and field trips to the Cleveland Zoo. Going to see Shays, to see cats, and my personal favorite, for obvious reasons, the taste test in marketing. Who knew dips could be that good? You have many academic accomplishments to speak of. 12 French and 3 Spanish students received New York States of Biliteracy. Tori DePini was named the JCC Student of the Year. And Palmyra scored in the top 10% of the JCC Math AccuPlacer. Estamos muy orgulloso de ti. Yeah. Mi español no es bueno. In the field of athletics, you made us proud. Led by seniors Olivia Yerrico Piazza, Mackenzie Gugino, Emily Baumgartner, Emma Newton, and Monica Poquet, there was a softball team's 6-2 victory over Fredonia after being down in the third inning, and the remarkable season that led to the softball team playing in the Section 6 B1 finals. We all enjoyed the success of the football team, which gave us victory after victory on its way to a near undefeated season. Anthony Ruiz competed in states for track in his sophomore year, and Devin jumped an unbelievable 21 feet 7 inches this year. Mr. Wolfley says only because the sand pit was so deep. And who can forget how proud we all were to honor the bowling team for winning the New York State Championship. A special round of applause for Hannah Ellman and Whitney Heiss, New York State bowling champions. Who can ever forget the look on Gabby Loeb's face at the field bio trip when she learned that doing a trust fall requires very real trust? Her twin sister Zoe will always be my nemesis. And which reminds me of your class' most unique accomplishment. You have 3 sets of twins in 1 grade. And the Surmas, Olivia and Bella, still could not separate and finished number 3 and number 4 in the class. After today, we may dim the lights, but we may never again see beautiful hair like Doug's, or hear the unique laughter of Michaela Geffert in the hallways. We will always wonder why Jared even has a disco suit to wear during Spirit Week, or why Monet believes it is acceptable to use ranch instead of blue cheese. But I assure you, class of 2019, we will always remember you for what you have shown us. You demonstrated to the community the power of doing good for others. Those of you in National Honor Society organized a charity basketball game so that money could be raised for various community needs. And at this event, we learned that Jonah Rosas, who if you ever saw compete in track, clearly gets his athleticism from his mother's side. Sorry, Mayor Rosas, but that foul shot was a bit rough. And lest we forget all the support from your class that volunteered at the Special Olympics and most recently, the Senior City Sweep. Hannah Pollock, Johnny Loveland, Tani Lopez, Natalie Flores, Autumn Rivera had their artwork displayed at Wex Gallery in Jamestown, showing off their immense artistic talents. The aforementioned art students donated their projects to the Empty Bowl event at the Clarion to help feed the hungry. And showing that even the smallest acts leave the biggest impression, Emily Cox held the door open every single day for the entire year as people entered school just to be kind. I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the musical achievements of Emma Newton, Ethan Yanni, Haley Pollock, Andra Colon, Emma Getz, Efren Santiago, Coco Garcia, and Jada Santiago in their roles over the years in the musicals and plays. Who can forget how their passion brought The Wizard of Oz to life this year? Lastly, class of 2019, I would like to ask one last request. As much as we are here to celebrate you and your accomplishments, we need to recognize that none of this would be possible without the support of your parents, families, and friends. They rocked you to sleep as babies, they coached you for sports, and they cried when you were all dressed up for prom. Class of 2019, please stand, turn, and give a round of applause and appreciation to the people who have helped you get to this moment. So whether you are off to college, the workforce, or heeding the noble call of joining the U.S. Armed Forces, these are the people that will be there to support you on all of your future endeavors. May we all please join in one more round of applause for the class of 2019. Reminds me of the pigeons from Nemo. My, yeah. Okay, it's a family event here. Okay, without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker today. Dr. James Tracy has been with the Dunkirk City School District for 3 years now. He has brought with him 45 years of experience in education and continues to push Dunkirk forward. Ladies and gentlemen, the Superintendent of the Dunkirk City School District, Dr. James Tracy.
Again, just like the other night at the awards banquet, which was very impressive. These young ladies and gentlemen, most of you were there, earned about 2 hours worth of awards. It was long, but it was the best experience to see all of the accomplishments of these young men and young ladies. So I get the pleasure of welcoming you again. I would like to again welcome you for today's activities and festivities. I think it's something that's very special, but I would like to say a couple quick things. One, again, at the end of this, make sure you thank your moms and dads, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers and sisters, because they were your first teachers. A lot of people don't realize this, but in the first 2 years of your life, 95% of your brain is developed. That's a lot. So the first teacher you had is sitting back there. Make sure you thank them. The other individuals in here that I'd like you to thank are the teachers that are to the left and to the right of you. Without their efforts, their work, and all of the hard work and grading and making sure that you're on task, it wouldn't have been as easy. Well, it still wasn't easy, was it? to end up here. So again, I'd like you to give a quick round of applause to your teachers. Thank you very much. This is a job well done on your part, too. The other thing I would like to say specifically to you is that I'd like you to remember that this is not an end. It is a graduation. Graduation means you're graduating to the next step. Please don't get stuck at this step. Too many people sometimes just keep saying, I remember my graduation, and there's nothing else that happened after that. This group is a group of very talented young ladies and gentlemen, and the sky is the limit for you. So just like a ladder, this is one rung. You've had many rungs. Leaving home and going to pre-K and K, kindergarten. 5th grade to 6th grade to middle school. Some of you panicked during that time, but you made it through that one. And then from 8th to 9th, and now you're finishing 12th. What's next? That's what you have to think of. What's next? And remember, this is a quote that I've always enjoyed by Thomas Huxley. The rung of a ladder was never meant to rest upon and stay, but it is only to hold a person's one foot just long enough that the other foot can go somewhere higher. So where is your somewhere higher? That's what I'd like you to think about. Now, the second thing I'd like you to think about is that when you get to those places and you keep going and keep learning, I'm still learning, I hope you always remember Dunkirk, though. And I'm hoping many of you return or stay, because that will what will make Dunkirk a great place to live, raise families, and become even a greater place than it is. So please don't leave us. Go out and get what you need, come back and make Dunkirk great. I'd like to end with just one real quick thing. Got to have audience participation. And that is, I'm an old Penn Stater, and I love every year when I go to homecoming, we have a big cheer that just, that entire stadium is so loud you can't hear. It's "We Are Penn State." But here, we are Dunkirk, and you will always be Dunkirk wherever you are. So I'd like you to join me. When I say "we are," you say Dunkirk. Ready? We are? You are, and we're proud of you.
This year's Salutatorian had some big shoes to fill. Her sister Sam and Josh were previous valedictorians. Her brother Andrew, who is now teaching in China, was also in the top 10. Don't tell them, Hannah, but I think you're the brightest. Hannah is a 4-year member of the varsity tennis team and 2 years on cross country. She spent 3 weeks in Germany with the Buffalo Dortmund Sister City Exchange program and has traveled to Europe 4 times. But what Hannah should be most noted for is her exceptional willingness to help others. She gives swimming lessons at Casadega, DHS, and Hammerhead Swim Club. Hannah also created a greeting cards for seniors program and delivered them to residents at the Gary Nursing Home. Hannah is passionate about astronomy and, according to her mother, an earth science geek. She is headed to the University of Albany to major in atmospheric sciences with a concentration in environmental conservation. She would like to work for the National Weather Service. Let's all hope she accomplishes this goal, as she will be the first meteorologist to ever get the weather correct. Please give Hannah, the class of 2019 Salutatorian, a round of applause.
Congratulations. It's really good to see you again. Mr. Nichols will help you try to get this over your head.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh. I am Hannah's brother. And those of you who have met Hannah, you probably already know this, but she doesn't just have stage fright, she has stage terror. So in the interest of not seeing my baby sister have a breakdown, I'm going to read her speech for her. Dr. Tracy, members of the school board, faculty and staff, and parents, thank you for all you have done to get all of us to this point. And now, for some special thank yous. I'd like to thank not only the current school board, but also past school boards for hiring the great staff we've had throughout my years at Dunkirk. Thanks to Mr. Jens and Mr. White for stepping up this year and taking control at the high school. Thanks to Haley for being not only great competition these past 4 years, but also for remaining a true friend, despite my chasing you academically. I can't wait for final grades to see how close it really was. Mrs. Beeger, thanks for believing in me enough in 2nd grade to help me skip 3rd grade and go directly to 4th. That's right, I wasn't supposed to graduate until next year. Mrs. Enzer, thank you for giving direction on this journey by introducing me to earth science. Mr. Bittinger, thank you for teaching me that science is actually useful in everyday life with your classes in forensics and physics. And, of course, Mr. Adam, thank you for showing me how all the sciences work together and how they impact us and the planet on which we live, and for encouraging me to continue in science at college and beyond. When I become a meteorologist, I'll try to predict only nice weather for you. I'd also like to thank my families. Thanks to my German family in Dortmund for introducing me to astronomy and for showing me that I'll do just fine when I leave home in August. And of course, thanks to my parents, Steve and Allie Say. Dad's back there. Mom down right there. There she is. She's standing up, I didn't see her. Who pushed me out of my comfort zone when I needed a little nudge. Yet have also always been there to support me when I needed that. Thanks, Mom and Dad. In fact, on behalf of all of my classmates here in the audience, thanks to all you moms, dads, grandparents, guardians, we couldn't have done it without you. And one last one. Of course, I saved the best for last. Thank you to my wonderful older brother, Joshua.
That was remarkable, Josh, but you still owe me tickets to Notre Dame ACC basketball. It's been 2 years. Would the parents of Hannah, Steve, and Allie Say please stand and be recognized? This year's valedictorian is an accomplished and well-rounded individual. She is a member of the French Club, Band Council, National Honor Society, Student Council, played tennis, French Club, and Photography Club. She has been the student director and stagehand for the last 4 Dunkirk Middle School musicals. She has volunteered her time at the Dunkirk Conference Center and Fredonia Place as an active member of Girl Scout Troop 20158. But I think we all know that Haley is best known for her musical talents and interest. She has participated in conference all-state choirs, NISMA solo festivals, all-county, and every musical imaginable. And from personal experience, takes the care of instruments in band very, very, very seriously. Haley, I promise you, I will never touch the instruments in Miss Scaram's room ever again. Her strong will, quick wit, and competitiveness will be dearly missed at DHS. attending SUNY Fredonia to major in music therapy and education, the future professor of music, the class of 29 valedictorian, Haley Pavlak.
Oh, my speech is already up here, but brought another one just in case. Welcome, administration, faculty, classmates, friends, and family. For those of you who know me, I've always been a fan of Dr. Seuss. The colors strewn across the pages, the zany illustrations, and the nonsensical wording have always been near and dear to my heart. I think the part that appeals to my inner child is that the imaginary lands and creatures often hold lessons to be learned. In one such a book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, the narrator begins by asking, "And will you succeed?" Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. This children's book is meant to inspire, to encourage its readers to overcome obstacles in life, which seems fitting in this situation and is probably the reason why that book is the go-to gift for every graduate. Parents, make sure you keep that in mind. But the reality is that our class has, in fact, already moved mountains. Take, for example, when our seniors were on the football team that reached the state level. You guys can feel free to cheer, whatever. It's fine. Or this year when our softball team played at the B1 Division Finals. Or when the bowling team won the state championship. Or when our school competed against high-budget schools and won itself a Kenny, which, for those of you who don't know, is the high school equivalent of a Tony Award. Several of our seniors have also participated in music honors ensembles from county to state level. We also celebrated our seniors at this year's art show, some even winning prizes. Shout out to you, Han. In our journey to move mountains, we have also moved the pebbles, boulders, and hills that blocked our paths and the paths of others, running the dreaded mile that last time, taking and passing that final exam, small but important achievements. Maybe you remember when our very own FBLA put comfort packs together for foster children, or the beach cleanups throughout the years, and the canned food drives. Through student council, some of us were able to volunteer at the Special Olympics. In all of these accomplishments, great and small, our class played an important role. I want to share with you something that I learned over the past 4 years. It hasn't been easy, but I have discovered that it is okay to fail, to fall down the mountainside. Failure is an important part of life. Failure is inevitable. But without failure, you cannot learn from your experiences and mistakes. Without failure, you cannot hope to succeed. Without failure, you have no mountains to climb, no way to grow as a person. I know that life won't always be uphill. Some days, the mountains may seem a bit too heavy. That boulder may be stuck in the mud or just out of reach. But I do know that whatever life throws our way, we do not face it alone. We each have specific people who have been by our sides through thick and thin. I personally want to express my appreciation toward my teachers, directors, friends, band squad, and family, especially my mother, Heather. Love you, Madre. You never gave up on me. Your love and support helped me to conquer the mountains life threw my way. I can't thank you enough. As we turn our tassels, we will move the next mountain of many. And whether we choose the path of college, the workforce, the military, or to pause and take the time to consider a different trail, life will continue to present us with challenges. We know we will be capable of overcoming them because we have already faced hardships, adversity, and challenges on our journey to graduate. In the words of Dr. Seuss, today is your day, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Class of 2019, our mountains are waiting for us. Finally, we can charge forth and make a difference in the world. Thank you.
That's seriously awesome. Would the mother of Haley, Heather Pavlak, please stand and be recognized? Now I'd like to introduce the man who has led you through your senior year. He began his career working for Altech and then became a business teacher. He is an avid sports enthusiast and can be found most weekends giving back to the community as a referee in football and basketball. As the former athletic director, assistant principal, and now principal, Mr. Jens has demonstrated commitment to making Dunkirk Senior High School a school of excellence. Please welcome Mr. Alan Jens.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Burnett, for that introduction. Good morning, Dunkirk. Welcome to the 161st Dunkirk School District graduation ceremony featuring the class of 2019. At this time, I'm going to acknowledge some of the individuals that have already been acknowledged by Mr. Burnett. First, the Dunkirk Board of Education, who spend many hours making sure that the children of Dunkirk have what they need to succeed throughout the years in school. To my left. To Dr. Tracy and my fellow administrators who are given the task of leadership throughout the district, to my right. To DTA members, both those who are in attendance and those who could not be here today, for their many dedicated hours of helping develop your son or daughter into the individuals they are today. Good. The CSEA members, both those who are in attendance and could not make it today, for making sure the district runs smoothly on a day-to-day basis. Thank you. Next are the parents, guardians, family, and friends of the graduating class of 2019 who assisted you on your journey here today. And finally, to the class of 2019, for all the hours of class work you put in from K through 12 to get yourselves here, just a few short hours/minutes from walking across the stage and entering the next phase of your respective lives. In preparing for this morning, I had to decide what type of message and or words of wisdom to present to the class of 2019. And I decided to keep it rather short and include a few quotes that I found while surfing the internet. The best tidbit advice I can give you today is this. If you have a specific individual goals, advanced schooling, the military, a job, or a career that interests you, give it your best shot. Because the worst case scenario is to 5 to 10 years down the road, be in a situation thinking, geez, I wonder if I would have attempted that, what would have happened? If you give it a try, you know that it either worked out or it didn't work. Mark Twain said it best, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than the ones you did do. I ran across this quote by H. Jackson Brown Jr., which caught my attention and I found to be very thought-provoking. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Learn from them. As you go forward from here today, no matter what career path you choose, be a sponge and absorb as much information as you can. Each individual you meet comes with different experiences and backgrounds that can be shared and learned from. In closing, I will leave you with a final thought that I found last night, and it is credited to a female by the name of Audrey Hepburn. Nothing is impossible. The word it says, I'm possible. Alrighty, members of the class of 2019, the moment has arrived. It is now time for you to spread your wings and begin your life journey. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Dr. Tracy and members of the Dunkirk City School Board of Education, I certify and present to you the Dunkirk City School District Class of 2019, each of whom met or surpassed the New York State Education Department required number of credits to receive their high school diploma. The Class of 2019.
Assisting with the presentation of diplomas is School Board President, Mr. David D'Amico. As a lifelong resident of Dunkirk, Mr. D'Amico has been committed to improving our school and community. I don't know if you remember this, but 2 years ago on day one of our in-service, you shared a story from your business experience about looking at solutions to problems differently. It is that challenge that has guided us moving forward. Please welcome Mr. David D'Amico.
Haley Pavlak. Hannah Say. Olivia Sarma. Isabella Surma. Olivia Yuriko Piazza. Mackenzie Gugino. Jordan Francis. John Loveland. Dylan Mancuso. Emma Newton. Jordan Cooley. Victoria DePini. Hannah Elman. Whitney Heiss. Alexis Loeb. Elijah Flores. Hannah Sanchez. Gabrielle Loeb. Emily Baker. Autumn Rivera. Ethan Yanni. Morgan Byham. Anthony Ruiz. Zoe Zappi. Joseph Tilley. Jada Santiago. Brisa Garcia. Caleb Lokatic. Andra Dorman. Zachary Ardillo. Jacob Crino. Hannah Pavlak. Emily Baumgartner. Michaela Geffert. Zachary DeLong. Rachel Hayes. Abigail DeGoyer. Owen Fred. Jessica Batista.
Aaron Berlin.
What's your first name? Abigail.
Abigail Baticello.
Omira Casablanca.
Amaya Casey.
Nikayla Cave.
Andrea Colon.
Palmira Cornell Hernandez.
Morgan Cotton.
Emily Cox.
Natalie Flores.
Jasmine Flores Rayner.
Kirsten French.
Colamari Garcia Rodriguez.
Michaela Gilbert.
Emma Getz.
Taylor Gatoka.
Cameron Harper.
Mariah Christian Johnson.
Tiffany Lynch. Cassidy Masakanya. Samantha Mahalik.
Victoria McQuiggan.
Heather Miniszewski.
Sulimar Ortiz Gomez.
Giovanna Parker.
Tywalis Perry.
Monica Poke.
She gonna do it. Alani Rivera.
Haley Rivera.
Monet Rowland.
Angelica Rosario.
Destiny Rosario.
Anastasia Salgado.
Michaela Smith.
Armani Solares.
LeCherie Soto.
Cassandra Zock.
Isabel Vasquez.
Tiana White.
Sebastian Capuno.
Zach Cooper.
Luis Cruz Quiones.
Daniel Cuervo Ramos.
Devin Eddy.
Jared Gloniak.
Clayton Hammernick.
Matthew Hanlon.
Kevin Irizarry. Sorry. Nicholas Hernandez. Jump the gun.
Kevin Irizarry.
Sorry. Perkins.
Sean Kelly. Cameron Keurig.
Cody Leeper.
Anthony Lintz.
Elias Angel Martinez.
Anthony Ortiz.
Eddie Paredes.
Lucas Porpiglia.
Aaron Rathman.
Angel Reyes.
Joe Rivera.
Elijah Rob Humphrey.
I'll do the next two.
Brian Rodriguez.
Nelson Rosario. Jonah Roses.
Noberto Salazar.
Miguel Sanchez.
Efren Santiago.
Carlos Soto.
Tristan Skelly.
Austin Sullivan. Joshua Wills.
Douglas Juarez. Eric Zazua.
Well, I'd say between the way Autumn decorated her hat, Cody's shoes, the lack of shoes on one person, and the backflip there, I think the class of 2019 has earned another round of applause. You guys really are awesome. Please welcome Miss Michelle Gilmore to present the DTA Scholarship.
Hello, my name is Michelle Gilmore. I am here today to present the Dunkirk Teachers Association Scholarship. This scholarship is $1,000 per year for 4 years upon successful completion of education courses. This year's recipient will be pursuing her dream of becoming a physical education teacher at St. John Fisher College. I am pleased to announce Olivia Yerico Piazza as this year's DTA Scholarship winner.
Thank you. Okay, good.
It is my pleasure to introduce the senior class president. Besides his excellence in the arts and smile that can light up a room, the senior class president has a self-admitted, unique, and powerful memory. According to him, and I quote, "I have a grand memory for forgetting. As much as you would like to forget, we all remember how you and Nelson yelled, 'Killing it,' over and over at the JCC public speaking competition. I hope you were taking notes in your red notebook, and Hannah Sanchez and Jada Santiago didn't forget to tell you that you had to do this because it's your time to shine. Welcome, Ethan Yanni."
I'm not gonna lie, I was over there sitting in my seat, hand shaking, sweaty, about this moment right here, so bear with me, bear with me. I would like to start off by giving a big shout out to my mom and my grandparents. They have been a major part of my life and have contributed greatly to the activities I've taken part in to this point in my life. They are the reason I am who I am today, and I couldn't be more grateful for them. Next, I would like to acknowledge the following for their hard work and dedication to the graduating class of 2019. Thank you to the school board, our superintendent, Dr. James Tracy, administration, all of our counselors and support staff for their care and guidance, our teachers for equipping us with the basic skills and knowledge that we need to succeed in life after high school, all of our class officers, if they have stood by me even through the roughest of times this year. I would like to point out our class vice president, Elijah Flores, our class treasurer, also known as my school mom, Hannah Sanchez, Autumn Rivera and Keishley Felez, making Keishley the first bilingual secretary in DHS history. Hannah Ellman, our class historian, Owen Fred, our sergeant at arms, Brisa Garcia and Abigail DeGolier, our student council representatives. And lastly, I would like to give a huge thank you to our class advisors, Mrs. Mancuso, and a big shout out to Mrs. Charmaine Moreland. Ms. Moreland and I have developed quite the relationship over the past year. She would be there to help talk out any issues that I had. Whether it be a presidential issue or a personal problem, she always had a solution. She goes above and beyond herself, doing all possible in her power, only for the greater good of somebody else. Time after time again, she shows this, showing us what the true definition of what love is. So let's all give Mrs. Moreland another round of applause. I mean, for real, where would we have been walking into high school in September of 2015? Taking our first steps into high school, we were known as the unwanted ones, as we didn't have a class advisor for weeks until Miss Moreland had finally stepped in for us. Walking through the hallways for the first time, most of us filled with anxiety and a spine-tingling chill of nerves, similar to what I'm feeling right now. We were certainly out of our element and on to the next big step of our lives as children. But just like any other step in life, we had to start from the very bottom. And I mean, we were on the very bottom for sure. Let's all just take a moment to look at our freshman school year pictures. Let's take myself, for instance. I was at the beginning of puberty. I was a walking, living version of Charlie Brown. I think that's the main reason why I got that role in the musical that year. My voice was dropping in and out of different octaves as if I was a good opera singer, the way my voice cracked every 5 seconds. Seriously, I was thinking about dropping out of high school and possibly pursuing to become the next young Justin Bieber. Oh yeah, and even though I was a lot shorter then, I was still one of the tallest in my class. So most of the time I spent looking like a light pole the way the light would shine off my big forehead. Man, I'll tell you, those were the days. But hey, I wasn't the only one to have a rough freshman year. How could we forget the times when Kayan looked like Steve Urkel, with his big black rimmed glasses and a collar gray shirt and the biggest grin ever? Or how could we forget that our Eddie Paredes, better known as BBE, was a lost Jonas brother before he launched his rap career? Let me tell you, those were some faces only mothers could love. But it's okay to point out these moments that we had when we were younger because we've changed so much since then. Well, except a few of us like Joe Tilley, who's probably had a beard since the first grade. I think this is the first time since graduation that I've seen you without a beard. Throughout our years in high school, we have had the opportunity to participate in many events and activities. We've roasted marshmallows and hot dogs at bonfires and cookouts, watched and rooted our school at sporting events together. We've sung and danced the night away at many homecomings and prom, and we have all spent endless amount of hours sitting in class. Whether we were paying attention in those classes or not, well, we did enough to get here, right? But with that being said, there has been a lot that we have learned from these past 4 years. Everything from freshman year and learning how to get to our classes and open our lockers, to senior year and learning how to fill out job and college applications and take on our new role as grown-ups. All while learning some of the very valuable early life lessons we need to know. Like how expensive gas for your car can be when you're the Uber driver for all your friends. Or how the most attractive guy or girl you run into school may not be the best boyfriend and girlfriend material. We learned how to be bold by getting the nerve to ask our crush to homecoming dance, and how to work and think effectively under pressure by saving that one last English project for the very last minute. But most importantly, we've learned as a graduating class that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. That in these 4 years, we have made memories that we will never forget, even if there's some that we do want to forget. And it's through these times, both good and bad, that we have experienced them with people that meant the most to us during this period in our lives that we will also cherish forever. Now we've reached the point in the speech where I address the class with the best piece of advice that I feel is going to be best for you to remember and take with you for the rest of your life. Well, I'm no dummy. I know that most of what I say today in this speech will be forgotten probably moments after walking out. But it's not my words that I aim for you to necessarily remember. I want you to remember your feelings. Specifically, those feelings you have when you face a challenge. These feelings are normal. We in life all experience challenges. Obstacles that derail us from attaining our goals and our human nature's way of making us strive just that extra inch in order to succeed. Whether it be a time that we didn't hit a certain standard, didn't reach a goal we had in sight, or even felt like everything around us just seemed to crash and burn. We've all experienced what it's like to face a struggle. This reminds me of what it's like to run steeplechase in track. For those of you who aren't familiar with track or what Steeplechase is it's a 3,000-meter run, which is close to 2 miles, with 5 tar barriers that you have to jump over, with a water barrier on the other side of one of the barriers. It's one of the most difficult things in track, especially when you get about halfway through. You would swear that they move the barriers while you're running. I'm telling you. But it's at these times, just like in my race, when this pain comes to us in everyday life, where we're given a choice. The choice to step up or the choice to back away. What I've learned from running track and in high school in general is no distance is too far nor barrier too high to overcome. That no matter what stands in your way, there's always a way over. So next time you face a challenge that stands in your way, what will you do? Are you going to find a way over, or are you going to back away from the fight? My fellow classmates, after this ceremony is over, we will have officially done it. We will have closed the very first chapter in our lives and on our way to traveling down our own paths in life. There will never be another guaranteed time that we will sit together as a graduating class again. I'd like to take this special moment to recognize the different paths the class of 2019 will take once we leave here today. Some of us will be headed to colleges and universities, others to the military and various branches, and some of us will head straight into today's workforce. Once we leave and are on our own separate ways, our high school experience will only be a story of the past. One that we'll share in future conversations as adults when we tell about what times were like when we were kids. With that being said, I remind you to never be afraid of a challenge and to live your life to the fullest. As the class of 2019 entered high school as a lamb, we now leave like a lion. This is your class president signing off.
Would the parents of Ethan, Kim Yanni, and Paul Rodsep, and grandparents John and Carol Yanni please stand for recognition? I have always believed that if you can ever become known by just a single name or letters, you have made it in life. There is Prince and there is MJ. But here at DHS, everyone knows OYP. She played an instrumental role in the softball team's success, did our morning announcements, and served as a student council representative on the school board. I know that I am only your second favorite brunette, so pardon me while I ask you and your Spirit Day girl group of Pretty Little Liars, got a secret, can you keep it? The secret is out, this year's winner of the DHS Spirit Award, and to assist in turning of the tassels, Olivia Yerrico Piazza.
That was a lot of stairs I've been up today. Whew. First of all, I want to congratulate everyone in my class and the parents of those who helped us get to where we are today. I could not be more proud of my time spent at DHS. And I couldn't even be more prouder to say that once a Marauder, always a Marauder. For the final task that we must complete as high schoolers, please, class of 2019, stand. And join me by turning your tassels from the right to the left. Yeah, congratulations!
You guys may be seated. Yes. Would the parents of Olivia, Abby Yerrico, and Steven Zatorsky please stand for recognition? Okay, as a reminder, before we leave, graduates, please remember to pick up your diploma in the building over there. And to the audience, please allow the graduates and the people on stage to exit with the recessional music. That's it, guys. You've turned your tassels. You are graduates. Now okay. I have one last piece of advice to give you. It was advice given to me by my mother. She said, always listen to your mother. And I will tell you, she was right. So here to give your closing remarks and the best final advice you can ever receive, the person who has become your class mother, please welcome Mrs. Donna Pucciarelli.
Board of Education members, administration, faculty and staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the students of this remarkable graduating class. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for asking me to give today's closing remarks. I am both humbled and proud to be here on this very special day. Well, how am I supposed to say goodbye to this group of DHS students, the class of 2019? There's just something about this class that has touched my motherly teacher's heart. In my 30 years in education, this group of students stands out as the best. As I look out at this fine group of young adults, there's only a few of you who I haven't had in my classroom over the last 4 years. That makes me feel very happy and comfortable to be up here right now speaking to all of you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm one of the business education teachers here at DHS. It was literally 38 years ago that I myself graduated from Dunkirk High School with the class of 1981. I remember that day, feeling proud yet nervous as to what the future might hold for me. A number of you might be feeling that same way as well, and that's okay. If you would have asked me 38 years ago if I thought I'd be standing in front of you here today giving this speech, my answer would have been absolutely not. I felt awkward and shy in high school. I had no idea that all these years later, I'd be teaching at my alma mater and be so incredibly happy and proud in my choice to be a teacher. I cannot imagine myself in any other career. People say teaching is a calling. Well, it truly is. I love being a teacher, and I love you kids. On a daily basis, students and their teachers spend more of their waking hours together as a school family than we do with our real families. Together we grow and learn and get to know each other. A sense of family and belonging is very important. At home, you probably have family pictures on display. Well, in my classroom, my school family's pictures are proudly on display as well on a special bulletin board in my classroom. My students know that they're my school family. I tell them all the time. They always look forward to being able to take their class pictures early each semester on a day when we have perfect attendance, because everybody needs to be part of the school family picture. They love seeing their photos on display for everyone to see. Seriously, we truly do become a family, learning, caring, and sharing together all year long. The lessons, projects, class activities, field trips, storytelling, and adventures are the things that build our school family bond. That bond grows stronger throughout the school year. I think that's why it's so hard to say goodbye to these kids. We've created so many great memories together. I am grateful this class has given me the loving title of being their school mom. That is a title I wear proudly. I have been blessed with 4 children of my own, but continue to be blessed with more and more school children being added to my family year after year. Words cannot begin to express how happy I am to have been your teacher. So before I bid you farewell, let me share 5 pieces of loving advice with you. Number 1, you never know where life's journey and its twists and turns are going to take you. Sometimes the plan you have laid out for yourself is not the actual plan for you. Remember, things always happen for a reason. For example, 5 years ago, I lost my teaching job in a nearby district due to budget cuts. At that time, I thought it was the end of the world. However, that loss is what brought me here to you to be your teacher. It was like a homecoming when I came back to Dunkirk, and I can honestly say I have never felt more needed or where I needed to belong as when I came to be your teacher. Number 2, I hope that you all find a job that you're passionate about, something meaningful to you. If you can do that, you will always be happy in your work. Number 3, think about this. Each day, you have the opportunity to either be the best part of someone's day or the worst part. I challenge you to be the best part. Number 4, do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And number 5, this one especially is the one I tell my own children all the time. So I'll say this to you, my school kids. When someone says your name in conversation, do you want their first thought of you to be, oh, now there's a wonderful quality person, kind, caring, and polite? Or would you rather their first thought be something bad? I would hope that the first thought that you would want is for somebody to say that you are a caring, kind, and polite person, quality, wonderful, and so on. So I say to you, in a world where you can be anything, please be kind. In closing, I'd like to say that my motherly teacher's heart is really, really sad to see you leave. I simply cannot imagine the halls of DHS or my classroom without some of you there next year. Those of you who are closest to me, you know exactly who you are. But at the same time, I'm happy in knowing that you've made it through high school, that the majority of you, I've been able to be a small part of your years at DHS, and that I have hopefully left a positive impact on you. I know that you're ready to take on this next chapter in your lives. Please know that I will miss you very, very much. Thank you for 4 wonderful years together. My students know that my classroom motto is peace, love, and happiness. And that's exactly what I wish for all of you. Peace, love, and happiness in whatever you do. So now please join me in our last round of applause for this awesome class, the class of 2019.